What's up everyone, this is Sam from 64 Wheels. As you can see, I'm on camera this time, not just my hands. So I'm trying to switch up my videos, do a little bit different, and see if I can get better angles of the actual product, especially bigger products like this one. So there's a lot of lights and cameras, everything different, so bear with me as I go through this first one, and hopefully it turns out good, so we'll see. Maybe I'll go back to the other one, I don't know yet. So, but today we have the awesome McFarlane 1966 TV series Batcycle. This thing is awesome. I saw it online get previewed. I had no idea it was out in stores until I saw it at Target yesterday. So I've only had it for a day or two since I filmed this. So it's a pretty big scale. I think it's I'm probably gonna butcher this, 1/10 scale. I don't know, I can't remember. I know the Batmobile, which is the same McFarlane over here, along with all the 1966 figures I've collected and the awesome Batcave setup. The Batmobile is meant for 6-inch figures. It's scaled a little small because the Batman and Robin both stick up outside the canopy, which is not really, I mean, of course it's not supposed to do that, but the Batmobile looks cool displayed and the figures look great. So I was excited to get the Batcycle with the little go-kart, which is awesome. They use this in the TV series and the movie. I think the movie, the 1966 movie, is the first place I saw it in, and it's cool, especially because Robin like yeets out of it in like a go-kart, which is awesome. So here is a little bit of the packaging. Hopefully I'm showing that at the right angle. It's full color, it's nice. The only thing I say about the McFarlane toys in general, at least the vehicles, the Batmobile included and the Batcycle, is that they don't have a cover over them, which kind of sucks because they kind of have not breakable pieces, but the pieces can get bent, some of the plastic. Like the canopy on the Batmobile can be scratched a little bit easier. Oh, Robin almost went for a trip there. Which is rough if you're buying them as a collector, because as a collector, of course you want everything to be mint, just like I want it to be in the best condition possible when I buy it. So it's a little bit of a bummer that it doesn't come with at least like a Hot Wheels style, almost like the display case, like the Team Transport display case where they have a piece of plastic over them. That would be nice. That's really my only gripe about this. The price to me was reasonable, especially for like a larger scale collectible item. It was $29.99 plus tax, which isn't bad. And I've noticed Target too, if you use your red card, like your phone number, that they will email you certain coupons for toys and stuff, which is kind of cool. So it makes swallowing the $29.99 a little bit easier. So we're gonna try to open this up today. Maybe I'll stick a few figures in it and see how they fit. All right, so like I said, this has a pretty simple packaging. The only thing keeping it to the base is the little, there's like a, I don't know, like a clear plastic that's been like suctioned, almost like a Hot Wheel, and it's more of an actual stand for it than keeping it in. And then there's two little white like tabs to cut, which aren't too bad. This is such a handy tool. This is a 3D print like snip tool that someone got me, and it works really, really, really well for this kind of stuff. So, oh, look at that, nice. Oh. So this is cool. So we'll go over the bike first and then look at the little Robin go-kart. So the bike itself looks really nice. So it's largely plastic. It definitely has rubber tires. There's the only metal pieces on this, just like the Batmobile. The Batmobile is basically totally plastic. There's small metal parts on it, like the little axle tabs right here are metal, and that's really about it. Everything else is plastic. It has nice paint on it, and the paint isn't like crazy. It's not insane on these McFarlane things, just in general because of the 1966 Batmobile or Batcycle, how simple the paint jobs was. Like you can see the red and white right here, the Bat logo, and that's really all there was. So there's not any crazy designs on it. It's really just two colors. So it's pretty simple in terms of tampos or like water print decals or whatever people call them, but they're pretty clear. They're pretty crisp. I don't see any huge errors on it. The one thing I noticed in the store also is right here on mine, it has a few of those fingerprint marks from somebody actually assembling it, like at McFarlane or whoever the plant assembled it, and they touched it when maybe it wasn't all the way dry. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but that's happened on other toys I've gotten before, so it is what it is. This was the only one at the store, so it was a take it or leave it scenario. So obviously I bought it. So the cool thing about this plastic canopy is that there is still detail in the back of it where they molded the headlight detail, which I never really saw in the show. I feel like this was something covered up, so it's cool to see it up close in detail like this. The gas tank is painted in a similar fashion. It has like a little black Bat logo on it. The handlebars are plastic or almost like a moldable rubbery plastic. You could probably break them if you squeeze them hard enough, which is another reason why I wish they had the packaging a little bit more secure. Same thing with like the little brake lamp or turn signal up here. This is hard plastic, but this could be snapped off very easily. So this is a collectible and not a toy, so you want to treat it as such. It's definitely more for display, but if you wanted to roll it across your desk a few times and like play 66 Batman when you're bored, you could do it. So overall, this is not too bad. It has a little bit of weight to it, like I said, but it is all plastic. So if you wanted something more high quality, you're definitely gonna need to spend more than the $29.99 to get that. But I don't know a ton of versions of the Batcycle that are available other than the 150th from Mattel under the Hot Wheels line. I think Eagle Moss has a version, but that's it to me. I don't really know what else. So this is a nice addition to my collection, welcomed in the size, because again, I don't know where else I could have got one of these. So let's take a look at the little Robin go-kart. This thing is pretty cool. This to me feels very toyish. There's no weight to it at all. The only metal on it are the metal axles, just like the bike, but it is very, I mean, it's small. It'll be interesting to see if the actual action figure fits on this or on both of these together, because it will look cool if they're both like actual Batman and Robin are actually in this. So it has the little Robin decal. Again, there's only 2 tampos on this, a red and yellow. Nothing too crazy, so let's see how it fits. I mean, this rolls really well. Actually rolls better than most die-casts I open. So I will note there are 4 little like wheel tabs there, or like indents, so when you put it there, it should stay there, which it does, within reason. You know, if you get too crazy with it, it will pop out. But that looks good. I mean, that looks awesome together. I like that. Again, this is more for a display than play. So just sitting like that looks really good, at least from this angle. Yeah, that looks awesome. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. If it comes across on camera as a little cheap or plasticky, or if you've seen it in real life, what you think of it. Overall, to the feel, it feels a little cheap, but looking at it, it does play the part well. It looks really good in real life. I'm pretty pumped to have this. So let's go ahead and see if it will actually fit the action figure. So Robin is obviously supposed to go on the go-kart. So here is the figure right here. The figures are a little pricey. So this, I think each one of these are $17.99. They sell them at Target, Walmart. Most places that sell Batman figures or McFarlane products have sold them. The only thing is, they, again, like I said, $17.99, a little pricey for what they are, but they're probably one of the better 1966 Batman figures on the market. I have some of the Mattel ones. The Mattel ones are awesome too, but they don't sell them new anymore, so we're kind of stuck with these unless you want to pay eBay prices for the Mattel ones. So they are fully articulating. Like I said, I usually don't do a lot of figures. Like, I collect a lot of figures, but I haven't unboxed a lot of figures. Because to me they're a little bit more difficult to show off, and I like cars better. So I don't know how this exactly will fit on here. So we're gonna try to do it together. So in the movie, it's almost like he is bending down at his knees and he rides it like this, but I don't know if that's going to work. Like, I don't think how he bends. Let's see. So let's see, hang on, let me pull that back a little bit. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna fit. Like, I guess, let's see. I think it should be like that. I don't know. This is why figures are tough. So he does have the handlebar. Oh, okay. So there's two issues with the Robin here. One is that he has one handlebar arm. The other is a closed fist for punching. So a lot of McFarlane characters or action figures come with wrists that you can pop out. But this one does not, unfortunately, so you're stuck with this grip. So Robin doesn't actually fit in this like he should, which is a kind of a bummer, which is really, I mean, you buy this, like I said, for display to collect. So if Robin doesn't fit in there, it's a little bit of a bummer, but you can clearly see, I mean, I feel like I failed at this because I can't get him to work, but there's really no way to make him grab this and sit in there how he's supposed to. So that one's a fail. But let's see if Batman can fit in it either way. That way we can see if it is worth picking up at all if you're into figures like that. So the same thing with Batman, we're running into the problem that he has an open fist on this side, closed fist on this side, so he's not gonna be able to actually grab the handlebars like he should. Whoop. All right, let's see. So at least it looks like he's gonna sit there and he fits a little better, somewhat. So that would probably be the closest as you could get right here to making him fit. It's not very good either, and his hand looks so stupid. So this, to me, is a huge miss on behalf of McFarlane's part. So you know, I'd like to think I'm an intelligent individual somewhat, and I can't get the angles on this figure to work with the product that it's supposed to work. So they kind of failed on the Batmobile, because when you put the figures in, and I'll try to show you that too, they don't work either because they're too tall. They're scaled too large for this car. So when you put the Batman in there, let's see. Oh no! Let's see. There it goes. If I can even get it in here. There it is. So this is how, let's see. Okay, so this is how Batman fits in there. He's fully sitting down. I can't push him down any farther. And look how, like, his head sticks up like a literal scale foot above the canopy. So these are scaled completely wrong for the figure line. They do look cool next to them, but if you want to actually use the figures in the cars and the bike, they don't actually work, which is, I mean, really dumb actually. I mean, why would you go to all the trouble and make these really accurate figures and then make them not be able to use in either of these vehicles or even be scaled correctly? So that part I'm really bummed about, because I was looking forward to displaying one or both of these with Batman and Robin in them. And since the Batmobile, you know, obviously doesn't work because the figures pop out of it, I was having really high hopes that they would fix that issue with the Batcycle, but it looks like they haven't. So in the end, is it worth it? That's the question you always have to ask yourself when collecting something. Even if you really want it, is it worth the money to buy to add to your collection? So when I ask myself that, I say, okay, how good does it look? Is it high quality? Yeah, it's decent. I think it was worth the $29.99. That I don't really have a problem with. But the fact that you can't put the characters on it definitely puts a damper on it. And that it's scaled a little bit differently from the Batmobile and a couple other things in the set, I don't like that either. So overall, do I like it? Yes. Would I have not bought it because it's scaled differently? No. But is it a bummer now that I know the figures won't fit? Yes. That does kind of suck. But from a display standpoint, if you have the Batmobile here with it, like as you can see here together, they both look good together. The figures still look good. They have these awesome like bam, pow, like things that go on the wrist, which is cool. They have almost the whole lineup, the Batcave, so it's hard to say no to these. So if you're looking for something that has realism and fits the figures, this is a pass. If you're looking for something that's on the more affordable side, available regular retail, and still looks good, I would definitely try to hit these up or consider these for your collection. So I'm glad I have them in my collection, but I'm so really bummed that the figures don't fit. So it is what it is, but I do still like them. So hopefully that video went good since we tried a new style and new figures, which I don't often do. So it was a little awkward trying to get them in the bike and stuff. So let me know in the comments if you like the new setup, what you think of both the Batmobile, the figures, and the Batcycle, because they are pretty cool. But let me know if the scale bothers you, or that the figures not fitting bothers you, because it does bother me a little bit. So again, I appreciate you watching. Sam from 64 Wheels, 64 Wheels on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.